Okay, folks, me and Stella are in the truck. We're headed to Autauga management area. We've got the truck loaded, the camper's on, loaded. The only thing we got to do is stop by the Dollar General and get us a bottle of charcoal lighter, and we're gonna head on to the management area. So we're headed to Autauga WMA, and we'll see y'all shortly. We'll see y'all when we get there. Okay, Campfire crew, we are here at the campsite. So they've got the check-in station is right here. Don't know if you've ever been here or not, down on Autauga, but they've got a drive that you come in. When you come in the drive, this gate is normally closed because the check-in station and all of the equipment that they work the management area with is behind that gate. But right outside the gate is where the campground is. So here's a sign that turns into the campground, and we're going to go up here and see what all they have inside the campground. I want to show y'all what amenities they have, and it's a pretty nice campground. So they've got logs laid out everywhere for different campsites. This is pretty neat. So they have a place, a set of scales, and they have a place to hang a deer if you were down here hunting. They also have a water hose and a water spigot. Another little sign on this side showing you that you are on the management area. So I think we're going to go back here and get us a campsite a little closer to the back. It's extremely clean over here. If this is a place that you're interested in coming to camp, it's definitely worth it. Worth the drive. All right, there's some kind of makeshift fire pit. So we'll stop right here. We're gonna get out and survey everything, and we'll pick us a place that we want to camp from here. Okay, Campfire crew, we're in here. We come, like I said again, we come to the back side of the camping area, and there's multiple places here to camp. They've got it cleaned up, it's neat. They've got logs laid out, everything's separated, and everything's extremely nice. I see another water hydrant, so they have water on the premises. At one point in time, they had power on the premises, but it looks like the poles caught on fire and burnt the pole. So since there's a built campsite here, because we didn't bring the cook stove, we brought a gas cooker, so we're going to use the gas cooker instead of the cook stove. But we still want a place to build a fire. So since there's already a fire pit built here, we're going to use the fire pit that's here. Definitely love how these big doors down the side of this camper shell open up. That makes my life so much easier. Okay, so I got this new coffee pot for Christmas. That's a percolator style coffee pot. Don't know everything I need to know yet, but you know what? We'll figure it out, won't we? So guys, y'all know I have several pieces of cast iron, and I've got them in a tote, and I have several pieces in there. I've got cast iron for whatever occasion we want to cook. The thing is, the tote's real heavy, so instead of getting the whole tote out with the griddle, if y'all remember, we used the griddle on the last video, I think we're going to just climb up in, get out what we need, and from that point, we'll just wash it up and put it back inside and leave that big tote inside the camper shell. So far, I'm loving the camper shell. So y'all remember the pot we redone. We're gonna cook some chili in it in a little while. 7-inch large skillet. We're going to use the skillet and cook us a grilled cheese. And the plate. You ever made coffee out of a percolator pot? It's a new experience for me, so we're gonna figure this thing out as we go. Oh. It's nice down here. The campsite here is a little bit smaller than Holland's. So I think one day I'm going to do an assessment video of each one of the management areas that we go to. Even though this one's a little smaller, you could get just as many campsites in here as you could at Holland's. This is just more compact. The way they have the logs laid out and the campsites done, you could get multiple people in here. It's a beautiful place. I'm impressed with how clean it is. They have the thing just, I mean, the grass is cut. There's a few leaves laying around, but there's trees around. The place is nice. It's clean and it's maintained and it's well kept. Okay, so I brought the camera over so everybody can see this thing percolating. So it's got a little bowl looking thing in the top that has perforated holes in it. You put your coffee in that little perforated cup. Boiling water comes up from the top through a little stem and dumps out in that bowl. And then it circulates your water back through your coffee grounds. This is gonna be awesome. So before I left home, I walked around some around the yard, or the outsides of the yard, and I picked up some fat lighter, or some lighter pine, or pine knot. And I know we've talked that before, but I want y'all to see how rich that thing is. Is that not beautiful? It's extremely flammable. The reason that people get pine knots is because you use it to light your wood with. So you take a match or a lighter and you light your lighter pine, and then you light your firewood from your lighter pine. All right, let's test drive this percolator coffee. From first glance, looks like we may have put too many coffee grounds in there because it looks mighty thick. And since we brought extra, we're gonna leave it for whoever counts next. I bought several pieces and we used a real small piece to get the fire going. we'll just lay it over here and share it with whoever comes next. We are in the middle of the wilderness, and you guys know that coyotes are a real issue. Coyotes, bobcats, and things like that. So if you take your dog camping with you, or you take your dog out with you, make sure you keep a close eye, because predators like that will run and grab your dog and run off with your dog, and there's absolutely nothing you can do to catch him. So hey, keep your animal close to you, and that's something that you don't have to worry about. I tell you one thing, it's hot. It's good though, that's real coffee. That's cowboy coffee. I guarantee you right now, if you're watching this video and you're sitting on the couch, sitting on the couch is fun, but sitting on the couch has nothing on what we got going on right here. So it cost me like $5 to come here, maybe $10, something like that. Most of the camping stuff I already have, and just hadn't been used in a long time. So it don't cost anything. It's really cheap. If you've got a little bit of stuff to camp with, I walked around the yard, picked up a few sticks, and stopped at the store and bought a loaf of bread. So, and it's beautiful out here. So does everybody know what a grilled cheese is? A lot of people make them different ways. I like mine with just bread and cheese. Some people put mayonnaise on it. So you get a skillet hot, you get you some melted butter in the bottom of that skillet, and then you fry your bread inside of that butter. You take your spatula, keep it mashed down. Grilled cheeses are not supposed to be thick. I think I'm gonna turn the heat up a little more. Got that heat a little bit too hot. Get a little more butter in it. Aren't y'all ready to see this? Grilled cheese on the dark side. So let's cook old grilled cheese number 2. See what it looks like. A little more butter in the pan. I got the heat cut down a little bit. I think I had the heat a little too high. All right. So we're gonna have chili and grilled cheese for supper. If y'all remember, this is the pot that we restored. I wouldn't be afraid to say it's been a bunch of years since this thing's been cooked on. We brought her back to life, and we're fixing to use it to cook with. Did y'all notice that as hot as I got those grilled cheese, they never tried to stick to that pan? Cast iron is phenomenal about not sticking. I tell you what's crazy is that chili's not sticking to that pot either. So watch when I rake the sides of it back. There is absolutely nothing sticking to that. I could take a wet rag and wipe every bit of that out. We'll let it get a little bit warmer. We're gonna leave it. I think that's enough. Since it's just me, I'm gonna eat out of the pot. Good food, good times. Come here, Stella. Now that's some more kind of good. And with the grilled cheese. Can y'all see how clean that thing just wiped out with just a rag? I get it home, wash it, and give me some seasoning back on it. It'll be ready for next time. But it come mighty clean, just wiping it out. That's why people use cast iron when they cooking outdoors. It's so easy to clean up. Food don't stick to it. It's a real good cookware for what we do. And I've done got on this kick now that I buy every piece of cast iron that I can find, because if it's something that I don't want, I've got buddies everywhere that do want it. All right, Campfire crew, this is Tony and Stella checking in from Autauga WMA. Supper was good. We cooked right here on site. We got a fire going. We got a great place to sleep. Get out and do something that you hadn't done in a long time. Go try something new that you've never done. Well, good morning, Campfire folks. It's a little cool out here this morning. Fire finally burned out sometime during the night. I didn't put a lot of wood on it. I wanted y'all to see the campsite from a different angle. So if you'll look back, there's row after row after row of power poles laying there that they're separating the campsites off with. So, hey, we had a good time. It's a little bit after daylight, and it's cold out here. And I've got most of the campsite picked up and cleaned up, and me and Stella is fixing to head yonder way. We made us some coffee, give us something to drink on the way home. Listen, life's an adventure. Don't get caught sitting at home.